Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chris, strat-o-matic Delaware, and we are bringing you Game 3 of the Dead Ball League Championship Series. Gary Marr is already in the chat room. I have escorted him to his seats right above the third base dugout here at Shibe Park at 21st and Lehigh in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And we are going to wait a moment for a few others to show up, and then we are going to go ahead and get this third game started. The series is tied at 1. Recap the first two games. Game 1, the Philadelphia Athletics beat the Pirates in Forbes Field 7-4 on the wings of a 5-run 8th inning. Highlighted by a base-clearing triple by Rube Oldring, center fielder, that brought in 3 of those 5 runs. Ken Castro in the chat. Good evening. Glad you can make it, good sir. Recapping the series thus far. And that was Game 1, 7-4 Philadelphia. Game 2, Pittsburgh knotted the series up. They won 3-2. And the highlight of that came in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Athletics scored 1 in the 3rd. The Pirates 1 in the 4th. The Athletics 1 in the top of the 5th. And then in Forbes Field, 1 out, 2 men on, center fielder Tommy Leach, 2 RBI double to take a 3-2 lead, and that is where it would stay. And here we are again at Shibe Park on 21st and Lehigh in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for Game 3. Pretty much same old story for the Pirates, but a little bit of moving around again for the Athletics, trying to find that sweet spot with their lineup. So let's go ahead, and Jerry Ball is in the chat. Glad you can make it, good sir. Just getting things started. Let's announce the starting lineups, and then we will get Game 3 underway. Defensively for the Philadelphia Athletics, first base, Stuffy McInnes. Second base, Eddie Collins. Third base, Frank Home Run Candlestick Maker Baker. Michael Butler's in the chat. Glad you can make it, sir. Starting at shortstop in the field for the Athletics, Jack Berry. Left fielder, Briss Lord. Center field, Rube Oldring. Right field, Danny Murphy. Change behind the plate, Jack Lapp at catcher. Better bat in 1911. Slightly less range. Worth the trade-off, Connie Mack thinks. Sitting over there in the dugout with his starched collar and long tie. And Jack Coombs will be on the hill starting for the Athletics. Starting lineup for the Pittsburgh Pirates, batting first, third baseman Bobby Byrne. Tommy Leach, center fielder, batting second. Manager Fred Clark, playing left field, batting third. Batting cleanup, shortstop Hannes Wagner. Owen Chief Wilson, right fielder, will follow in 5th in the order. Second baseman Dots Miller, batting 6th. 7th, first bagger, Bill Abstein. Catcher, George Gibson, batting 8th. And on the hill, batting 9th for the Pirates will be Vic Willis. Don Heston, glad you could make it. Max Cornelius, glad you can make it for Game 3 of the Dead Ball Championship Series. Jerry is going to be right back. You know what? We're going to give him just a moment. And not much of a moment, but we're going to give him a moment to get that laptop. It's going to be easier than a tablet or a cell phone, I guarantee it. So, guys, before we start the game, just a minute or two to chat. How is it going? I hope this evening finds everybody well. Glad you guys can make it. We've got a really good game on tap for Game 3 here. This is the way I see this series going. Between Vic Willis and Jack Coombs, I'm not sure who's going to get this, but I see the Athletics taking both games that Coombs pitches. I see the Pirates taking Howie Kamnick's Game 5. If Babe Adams can manage the game tomorrow and manage taking it, I see this going 7. And then it's all bets are off because it'll be Adams and Gettysburg Eddie back at it again for Game 7. Again, as I've said the whole way through this series, it is 100% can the Pirates' stellar pitching outpitch the Philadelphia Athletics' explosive bats. That's what it is going to come down to. No doubt whatsoever in my mind. And it's proven there so far. I mean, in Game 1, Philadelphia Athletics, 5 runs in the 8th inning. Explosive bat. Babe Evans was pitching 1 run, 1, 2, 3, 1 run, 3 hit, and 1 walk ball to that point through 7 innings. Could not outlast the Athletics. Game 2, Howie Kamnitz held the Athletics to 2 runs on 9 hits, going the distance. So Pirates pitching, if it can stay ahead of Athletics batting and vice versa, if the Athletics can get ahead of the Pirates pitching, just game to game, that's going to dictate exactly how this series goes. Jerry Ball should be back soon, and he's not going to miss his white elephants batting in the bottom of the first, I don't believe. So without any further ado, let's get this game going. On the hill, Jack Coombs, new catcher behind the plate again, Jack Lapp in for Ira Thomas. They're going with his bat about 80 percentage points higher in 1911. They figure the loss in 1 for defensive range is worth the trade-off. Might open up the stealing game for the Pirates if they can get enough guys on. So we'll just have to see how this goes. Bobby Byrne, third baseman, leading off. Coombs with the first pitch. 5-11 off Coombs' card. Fly ball to left field. Fred Clark is tracking underneath it. Do. And it drops in front of him. He drops the ball, cannot get the throw in. That's not Fred Clark. Sorry, left fielder, Briss Lord. Cannot get the throw in. So that's going to be a single and an E7. That's the 3rd time this has happened to Briss Lord in this series. Miscue in the outfield, giving up an extra base. So the Pirates, all right, Jerry is back. Awesome. Pirates have a man on second, no outs. That is going to bring us to Tommy Leach, center fielder. Jack Coombs glances over his shoulder to keep Byrne close to the bag. Barry fades over to play the pickoff and then back to his defensive position. Coombs with the pitch to Leach. 4-12, fly ball to right field. Back goes Danny Murphy. Murphy gets underneath this one, makes the catch. Byrne holds at second. So that is 1 away. That is going to bring us to Captain Fred Clark, skipper for the Pirates, playing 5-11, not a 6-11. 6-11. Ground ball to the pitcher. I missed that one. We're going to let it go. Because in all likelihood would have had a similar result. The 5, it would have been an out either way. So we'll save the white out for when it really counts. But thank you, Jerry. Or Ken, rather. Thank you, Kenny. First batter, 5-11. Yeah. Would have been an out. Well, that would have been an out. First batter, 5-11. Let's do it. Let's get it right. Thank you, Kenny. That'll be 2 outs. Play is reviewed. Connie Mack gets his way. And that would have been an out because I did look at the 15. It was a 15. So 1, he's a 2-15. Yes, it would have been a 1-3 out. Okay, Beats Eternally. How is it going? Welcome. All righty. So that is 2 outs recorded. The first one by Bobby Byrne was a grounder to the box. Coombs gets it over to McInnes out. Out number 2, Tommy Leach flies to right. Danny Murphy gets underneath, makes the catch. Fred Clark looking at all this rewinding and whiteouting and wondering what the heck is going on. When is he going to get the bat? That's right now. Coombs with the pitch to Clark. 2 outs, top of the first. 4-9. That will be a fly ball to left field. Back goes Briss Lord, gets underneath it, makes the catch, and the Pirates go down 1-2-3. No E. Because that did not happen. All righty. So we go to the bottom of the first inning, and the Athletics are coming to the plate. A little bit of shuffling going around in their lineup. They've moved the outfielders to the top. So the lineup for the Athletics first is going to be Briss Lord batting first, Rube Oldring batting second, Eddie Collins batting third, Home Run Baker batting cleanup. Their power stick guy, Danny Murphy, right field in fifth, Stuffy McInnis sixth, Jack Berry batting seventh, Jack Lapp, catcher batting eighth, Coombs, pitcher batting ninth. In the field for the Pirates at first base, Bill Abstein. Second base, Dots Miller. Shortstop, Hannes Wagner. Third base, Bobby Byrne. Outfield, left fielder is Fred Clark. Center fielder, Tommy Leach. Right fielder, Chief Wilson, Owen Wilson. Behind the plate is George Gibson, catching pitches from Vic Willis. On the hill, starting for the Pirates, and here we go, bottom of the first inning, Briss Lord, left fielder, leading off here at Shibe Park. 1-2, pops it up behind shortstop. Hannes Wagner gets underneath it, makes the easy play on the pop out. That is one away. Brings us to Rube Oldring. Rube, a couple of warm-up slices. Vic Willis gets the signal in from Gibson. Here is the pitch. 1-6, and that is a single. Rube Oldring with a base hit, 1 out, bottom of the first, gets things started. George Gibson is going to put the hold on Oldring. So Eddie Collins comes up, 1 man on, 1 out. He will take Willis' pitch. 5-6, and Vic Willis yields a 2-star single, so Oldring is going to advance to third on Collins' base hit. Men at the corners, 1 out for the Athletics. Willis in a little bit of trouble early on here. Frank Home Run Kendall, Stick Maker Baker. Thank you, Al Red Sox fan, for that fabulous nickname. Vic Willis looks in, gets the sign from Gibson, over to third to try to keep Oldring honest. Glance over at first, Eddie Collins. Here comes the pitch into Baker, 5-8, pops it up, and Hannes Wagner gets underneath it and makes that catch as well. That is 2 away, and that will bring up Danny Murphy. Vic Willis may get out of this bottom of the first. Thanks, Jerry. White could be the MVP. Actually, yeah, I did a little more looking, so I went ahead and went with the Athletics lineup as best as I could, and I figured Lapp was a better bat. Put him in there. Here we go. Men at the corners, 2 outs. Danny Murphy, right fielder. Vic Willis on the hill. Here is the pitch to the right fielder. 3-9, draws a walk to load the bases and extend the inning. And that is going to bring us to first baseman Stuffy McInnis. Bases loaded. Vic Willis would really like to get out of this inning unscathed. Here comes the pitch to the first baseman. 3-10, hard grounder hit to shortstop. Hannes Wagner gets it, flips it to Miller, and Murphy is out. That will end the inning. We go to top of the second inning. Scoreless ball game. Hannes Wagner due up for the Pirates. Cleanup, shortstop. He will be followed by Owen Wilson and Dots Miller. Jack Coombs on the hill for the Athletics. Here we go. Top of the second inning. Hannes Wagner takes the pitch from Jack Coombs. 1-10, hard ground ball hit back to the box. Coombs scoops it up, spins to first to McInnis, and that is out number 1. Wagner goes back to the dugout. Owen Wilson, right fielder, Chief Wilson, takes a couple warm-up slices. Coombs gets the signs from Lapp. Here comes the pitch, the delivery, 5-5, pops it up behind second base. Eddie Collins, he is over there, ranges over, makes easy play of the popped-up ball. That is 2 away. Dots Miller comes to the plate, second baseman. Mike McAllister, welcome to the chat. Glad you can make it, good sir. Yep, a Lapp in the 8-hole. You got that right. Jack Coombs looks into Lapp, gets the signal. Dots Miller awaits the pitch. 4, 10. Hard grounder hit to third. That will be Baker. He is a 2. Frank Baker scoops it up, gets it over to Stuffy McInnes, and that is out number 3. And 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the second. Still scores. Still scoreless. And up for the Athletics in this inning, 7, 8, and 9. Jack Berry, shortstop. Jack Lapp, catcher. And Jack Coombs, pitcher. It's a story of Jacks. Bottom of the second. Here we go. Vic Willis facing the shortstop, Jack Berry. Here comes the pitch. 6-6, and that's a fly ball to center field. Tommy Leach comes racing in, camps underneath it, and makes the catch. That is 1 away. Jack Lapp, starting catcher, in for Ira Thomas for this game, perhaps more. Vic Willis on the hill. Here is the pitch to Lapp. 6-8 off Willis's card. Fly ball to center field. Leach pretty much sits still, waits for the ball to fall into his glove. That is out number 2. Brings us to Colby Jack and Jack Coombs. And Willis, here is the pitch. 1-4, and that is a single for Coombs to extend the inning. Back when pitchers were hitters too. Briss Lord with a man on first. 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Scoreless ball game. Vic Willis on the hill for the Pirates. Here comes the pitch to the left fielder. 6-6. Fly ball to center field. Tommy Leach races over towards right. He calls off Wilson. Slaps his glove. Makes the catch. And it is scoreless after 2. We go to the top of the third inning. And that's going to bring up bottom of the order for the Pirates. 7, 8, 9. Bill Abstein, first base. George Gibson, catcher. And starting pitcher, Vic Willis. Series is a tie. To rehash, the Pirates won game 2, 3-2 in Forbes Field. 2-run bottom of the 5th inning. As I recall, Tommy Leach with a 2 RBI double. They were down 2-1 at the time, went up 3-2, and it stayed right there. So here we go. Game 3, top of the third, coming to you live from Shibe Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Bill Abstein, first baseman, leading off top of the third. Jack Coombs, the pitch, 2-3. Hard grounder hit to shortstop Jack Berry. He scoops it up. He throws it over to Stuffy McInnes for out number 1. George Gibson comes to the plate, the big catcher. Couple of warm-up swings, looks out to the mound. Jack Coombs staring in intently, gets the signals from Jack Lapp, his catcher. And here is the pitch, 1-10, pops it up near the foul line behind by third base. Frank Baker over, makes the play easily. That is out number 2. And that will bring up Vic Willis facing Jack Coombs. Here we go. Willis takes the pitch. 6-10, and Willis with a single. Both pitchers trying to get stuff done in their at-bats. Pitchers are combined 2 for 2 so far this evening. Bobby Byrne with a man on first, 2 outs. Top of the third inning, Jack Coombs with the pitch to the Pirates' third baseman. That is a 2-8 and a walk. Byrne gets the free pass. Willis advances to second base, and that's going to bring us to Tommy Leach, who flew out to right his first time up. Jack Coombs now with a little bit of stuff going on. Pittsburgh has some business on the bases, and Coombs would like to get out of this inning. Here's the pitch to Leach, 5-7, and he catches Leach swinging at the knee cheese. Pirates are out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Due up for Philadelphia, 2, 3, and 4. Rube Oldring, Eddie Collins, and Home Run Baker. Let us see. No, the 09 Pirates we're not using We Are Family. The Pointer Sisters are hardly gleams in their grandparents' eye at that point, I think. However, anything is possible. Ding, 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 ding. are family. Sorry, I just, can't help it. Why'd I put them back down? Pirates don't get to go again. Athletics, bottom of the third inning. Here in Shibe Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Located at 21st and Lehigh. 20th Street is right over the right field wall. Short hop, skip, and a jump into the row house is facing the stadium. Vic Willis facing Rube Oldring, center fielder for the Athletics. Leadoff batter, bottom of the third. 2-5 hard grounder hit to short. Hannes Wagner ranges over. Backhanded throw from the outfield. Gets it to Abstein in time for out number 1. Wagner showing his range. Eddie Cocky Collins comes to the plate facing Vic Willis. He singled his last time up. Here is the pitch. 2-3 hard grounder hit back to the box. Willis grabs the one hopper over to Abstein, and that is out number 2. And I know I probably call the first baseman by a different name every other time I refer to him, but his name is Abstein. S-T-E-I-N. That's Stein. Frank home run Baker. So if I say Abstein, forgive me. Home run Baker at the plate. Most valuable player for the league during the regular season. Vic Willis, the windup, the pitch. 3-8 fly ball to right field. Back goes Danny Murphy deep. Sorry. Owen Wilson deep, gets underneath it and makes the catch. Third out for the Athletics. We are going to go to the top of the 4th, scoreless ball game. All the A's need to do is explode one time, because when they do, that's kind of big. Pirates are just looking to avoid that. Jack Coombs on the hill for the Athletics. Pirates are up, top of the 4th. 3-4-5, Fred Clark, Hannes Wagner, Owen Wilson. Jack Coombs is set, gets the signal in from Lap. Here's the windup, the pitch. 4-5 hard grounder hit to second base, scooped up by Eddie Collins, gets it over to Stuffy McInnes. That is 1 away. Hannes Wagner, shortstop, facing Jack Coombs. Coombs gets the signal. Your head. I hope they are having fun, Mike. I do. Mike McAllister says, just think, Chris, these players are watching over your head and they're having fun. I hope they are. I hope I'm doing them justice. Hannes Wagner, he is set in his stance. Here comes the pitch from Jack Coombs. 1-6, and it is a hard ground ball hit to shortstop Jack Berry. Gets it over on with a frozen rope throw to first to McInnes to force Wagner out. Out number 2. And that will bring us to Owen Chief Wilson, right fielder. Chief facing off with Coombs. Coombs gets the sign in from Lap. Here comes the pitch. 5-8 fly ball to right field. And Danny Murphy tracks underneath it, makes easy play of the lazy fly ball. That is out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Looking for a run from somebody. Who will it be? Athletics would like to close this down in Philadelphia. The Pirates would like to, if not close it down on the road, make it back to Forbes Field, back on the other side of the state. And I keep putting them back. They don't get another chance. It's my turn, says Connie Mack in his starched collar and tie. Always dressed that way. All his 50 years as a manager to separate himself from his players. Vic Willis on the hill facing Danny Murphy, bottom of the 4th, right fielder. Here is the pitch from Willis, 4-6, and that is a hard ground ball hit to shortstop Hannes Wagner. Wagner scoops it up, gets it over to Bill Abstein. That is out number 1. That will bring us to 6th in the order. First baseman Stuffy McInnes facing Vic Willis. Willis gets the sign in from Lap, shakes it off. He likes the second one. Here is the windup, the kick, the pitch, 3-11, and outside, McInnes lets it go. Free pass for the first baseman. 1 off, 1 on. Jack Berry, shortstop, comes up to the plate facing Vic Willis. And here we go. The pitch to the shortstop. 1-6. Pops it up behind Hannes Wagner. Wagner into shallow left field. Makes the catch. That will be 2 away. And Jack Lapp comes to the plate. Again, batted .353 in 1911. And Connie Mack figured losing 1 in range defensively was worth the 80 points in batting average. Vic Willis, here we go with the pitch. 5-8 off Willis's card, pops it up behind Wagner. Wagner gets over underneath it and makes the catch. No score after 4. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Pirates are due up 6-7-8. Dots Miller, Bill Abstein, and George Gibson. And let's pause for a moment for station identification. This is the Strat-o-matic Delaware YouTube broadcasting channel. And a message from our not sponsor, but the creator of this fine game, www.strat-o-matic.com, the company who made this game and other tabletop games like it for football, basketball, hockey, and PC versions for all 4, as well as a PC version for college football. Guys, if you're interested in it and you want to check it out, please support the company with your dollars and purchase the games and imprint card sets from Strat-o-matic in Glen Head, New York. This has been a non-paid for non-self-promoting advertisement by Strat-o-matic Delaware. All righty. Jerry Ball just recently got the 1911 and 1920 and 1924 season sets, he says. Next year. Wow, next year will be 100 years since the White Sox and the World Series, won't it? Super Sport 22,000. Glad you can make it. We are here top of the 5th inning. Not much to recap. Pitchers duel Jack Coombs and Vic Willis are going strong. Jack Coombs has yielded 1 hit and 1 walk, and so far Willis has yielded 3 base hits and 2 free passes. Scoreless ball game. We're going to top of the 5th. Pirates are up. Leading off, second baseman Dots Miller, Jack Coombs with the pitch. And that will be a 5-8 off Coombs card. Fly ball to right field. Danny Murphy tracks in towards center, calls off Oldring, makes the catch. Miller is retired, 1 away. Bill Abstein, first baseman, comes out to the plate. Couple of warm-up swings. Jack Coombs gets the signs in from Jack Lapp, his catcher. He likes what he gets. Larry Harris, welcome to the chat. OH, brother. Glad you can make it. Coombs, back to the action. Here's the pitch to the first baseman, Bill Abstein, 4-7, and catches. Abstein swinging at the knee cheese. That is 2 outs. Strikeout for Coombs, his second. And will bring us to catcher George Gibson for the Pirates. Gibson, eyeing Coombs on the mound, is waiting for the delivery. And here it comes. 4-6 from Coombs card. Hard ground ball hit to Eddie Collins at second. Scoops it up, gets it over to Stuffy McInnes. Out number 3. And we are scoreless going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Both pitchers in control. Someone is going to make a miscue somewhere. Who will it be? Will the Pirates outlast the A's? Will the Athletics come on fire, played a few runs, and an insurmountable lead? Time will tell. Vic Willis on the hill for the Pirates, facing Jack Coombs. Starting pitcher for the A's, his second time up. He singled his first time up. Willis with the sign in from Gibson, likes it. Here is the pitch to Coombs, 5-5. Fly ball to right field. In charging is Chief Wilson, and he makes the running catch close to the foul line. That is 1 away. Briss Lord, left fielder, back to the top of the order for the Athletics, facing Vic Willis. And here we go. 5-8. Willis's pitch pops it up behind short. Hannes Wagner comes in close to the mound, makes that catch. 2 away for the Athletics in the bottom of the 5th inning, and Rube Oldring comes to the plate. Ruby singled his first time up, grounded to short in the bottom of the 3rd, rather. Vic Willis gets the signal in from Gibson. Here is the pitch to the center fielder. 1-10 pop up behind third base, and Bobby Byrne, and he looks like he lost it, but he makes the catch. Lost it for a moment, but he was able to recover and make the catch of that pop out, and that's going to end the 5th inning. Scoreless tie ball game. We go to the top of the 6th. Due up, number 9, the starting pitcher Vic Willis facing Jack Coombs. Willis at the plate, and he will be followed by Bobby Byrne, third baseman, Tommy Leach, center fielder. Coombs, a few warm-up pitches. He is ready to go. Top of the 6th, leading off, Vic Willis. The pitch from Jack Coombs, 1-5, and that is a strikeout of the pitcher. No repeat of his base hit. 1 away. We go back to the top of the order. Bobby Burns, third baseman, batting 2nd in the inning, facing Jack Coombs. Coombs gets the sign in from Jack Lapp. Here is the windup, the kick, the pitch, 5-6. Hard ground ball hit to shortstop. Jack Berry gets in front of it. Gets the 2-hopper over to Stuffy McInnes, and that is 2 away. That is going to bring us to Tommy Leach, 2 outs, center fielder facing Jack Coombs. Top of the 6th, scoreless ball game. And I'll make a comment here in just a moment. 5-7, the pitch off Coombs' card, and that is a strikeout of Leach, and that is going to take us scoreless to the bottom of the 6th. And I see Jerry Ball. I've not seen anything from Espo since his last update. Mike McAllister, I hope that he is doing well. Chris Esposito, we spoke briefly with a couple of things, a couple of emails. He's doing well. He's got a lot going at work, a new schedule or something like that. He's getting through past some personal life stuff, but he assures me he's doing well. He's just waiting till he gets to a spot where he really feels like doing the streaming justice. He said he was waiting on a new camera, so that way he could bring better streams. So it looks like he's going to be stepping up his video game. So really just be patient, show him some support, and Chris will be along. Don't worry, he is doing fine and well. Saw him at opening day up on Long Island, and it was really great to meet him. But he was in fantastic spirits on opening day. So he's just getting some stuff sorted out, and he'll be back at it. Just wait and see. He'll be right back at it. All right. Update. Chris Esposito, brother, we all love you. We're all here for you, man. As soon as you get back in, we will be bombing the heck out of your channel, watching some of that 1968, some of that sweet stuff Bob Gibson's got to throw at us. Eddie Collins will be leading off, 3rd in the order, will be leading off bottom of the 6th inning for the Athletics. Vic Willis still on the hill. Collins will be followed by Baker and Murphy. Vic Willis gets the sign in from George Gibson, and here is the pitch to Collins. Collins, 2-8, draws a walk to open it up. And now things get interesting. George Gibson puts the hold on Collins. Collins is now 113. Collins is now on second base. Athletics have a man in scoring position, none out, bottom of the 6th. Frank Home Run Baker at the plate. Vic Willis looks over his shoulder to keep Collins honest at second base. And Collins is going to try and steal third. He makes it. Collins steals third. Eddie Collins 90 feet away from the first run of this game, and Baker is at the plate. Eddie Collins steals third with a 1. This is an advance. There are no throwing errors. Wow. Infield in. Home run Baker. Vic Willis Looks over to third, trying to keep Collins as close as he possibly can. Dare I? No, I don't. We're not going to run ourselves out of this. We're going to play responsibly. We're not going to steal home. God, I want to try. I'm not going to do it. The pitch to Baker. Infield in. 4-3 strikeout. Baker goes down swinging. 1 away. Video replay on the play. Eddie Collins sliding into third. Here comes the throw to burn under the tag. There's your slow-mo replay here from Strat-o-matic, Delaware. No, Super Sport, I'm not doing it. I must strat responsibly. Danny Murphy. Athletics have got to put together a hit. One single hit in this inning. If they're going to earn that run, they're going to have to earn that run. They got to earn it. Danny Murphy, 329, is going to be swinging it. No, it was not an out. Yeah, but you know what, Jerry, the dramatic crap. Vic Willis, after Danny Murphy takes that timeout for us to discuss stuff, back into the batter's box. Willis gets a sign in from Gibson, looks over towards third to keep Collins close. Here's the pitch to the right fielder. 3-3 grounder back to the box, infield in. And that is going to be batter is safe. It's not loaded bases. He's not going. So now. Chart follows ground ball situations with the exception of bases loaded. Batter is safe, runner on third is out. He was going. That's what the chart says. Oh, we're going to, oh goodness, that was a 3-3. That was ground ball to the pitcher. The chart says that Collins is out going to home. We're going to say what the chart does. So Murphy is on second. 1-2 goes right there. Yes, I was tempted, Sport. I really was. Ground ball B. Yeah, and ground ball B is result to batter safe. Result to runners. Runner on third is out. Other runners advance a base. So we are presuming the chart is saying that Collins went home. That's what the chart says. Collins is out at the plate. Murphy on first. Stuffy McInnes, first baseman. He is up. And here is the pitch from Vic Willis. 3-10. Hard grounder hit too short. Hannes Wagner over to Bill Abstein. That is out number 3. The Athletics cannot get it done with a man on third and no outs. Pittsburgh defense and pitching is keeping them in this series. And at the moment in this game, scoreless, we go to the top of the 7th inning. Fred Clark due up 3-4-5 for the Pirates. Clark followed by Hannes Wagner and Chief Wilson. Jack Coombs still in the hill going strong. Yep. Yes, on a ground ball B. That's right. That's what the chart said. I got to do what the chart says. And infield in. It worked. Fred Clark leading off. Top of the 7th. Jack Coombs with the pitch to the manager. 1-7. Misses the skinny little homer split fly ball to right field. Back goes Danny Murphy. Close to the wall. Makes the catch. Wind must be blowing in off 20th Street. Oh, that is 1 away. Hannes Wagner at the plate. All righty. Here we go. Hannes Wagner at the plate. Jack Coombs with the pitch. 2-2 strikeout. Coombs with his fourth strikeout of the evening. 2 away. Chief Wilson comes to the plate. A couple of warm-up slices. Coombs gets a sign in from Jack Lapp, his catcher. Here's the windup, and Coombs offering 2-7. Hard grounder hit the third. Baker is all over that one over to McInnes for out number 3. We go scoreless to the bottom of the 7th inning, where we will see 7, 8, and 9 come up for the Athletics. Jack Berry, Jack Lapp, Jack Coombs. 3 of a kind Jacks. Beat that. Up for the Athletics, 3 of a kind. Vic Willis on the hill. First, shortstop Jack Berry. Willis gets the sign in from George Gibson. I think a home run's going to have to do it. Mike McAllister, will there be a home run hit in this game? A homer might have to do it. Vic Willis likes what he gets from Gibson. Here is the pitch to Berry. 5-10 off Willis' card, and Berry is on with a walk. Gibson is going to put the hold on Berry. Drops him to a 111. He's not going to try to steal. Jack Lapp, 353, is going to swing at it. He's going to swing. The pitch from Willis, 3-5, draws a walk. No outs. 2 men on for the Athletics. Bottom of the 7th. And I forgot. Rewind to at-bats. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Sorry, I was derelict in my duties, gentlemen, ladies. Had to do it. Vic Willis facing Jack Coombs. No outs. Coombs is going to lay down the bunt. And Coombs is going to do so successfully down the third base line, close to home plate on a dead run. Bobby Byrne, no chance to get to third or second, gets it over to Abstein. So that is 1 away. Runners advance. 2 men in scoring position. Brings up leadoff batter Briss Lord. Infield in for the Pirates. Yep. I see GBs close to the middle for Lord. So infield in. Here we go. Vic Willis with the pitch. 4-2 and walks to load the bases, which could be a blessing in disguise. Next up, Rube Oldring. The center fielder, hero of game 1, facing Vic Willis. Willis looks into Gibson, gets his signal, glances over to third to keep Berry as close to the bag as possible. Byrne playing in tight. Here comes the pitch. 1-6, and that is going to be base clearing triple for Rube Oldring. He does it again for the Athletics. They go up 3-0. Rube Oldring, dare I say series MVP if he keeps this up. 3 runs for the Athletics in the bottom of the 7th, 1 out. Oldring on third. Pirates have succumbed to Athletics batting. Eddie Collins. It's not over till it's over. Eddie Collins facing Vic Willis. Infield in again. Collins, 6-9 off Willis' card. Liner hit hard to Abstein at first. That's 2 out. Oldring gets back to third safely. Home run Baker comes up to the plate facing Vic Willis. Willis just wants to get out of this inning. Here is a pitch to Baker. 6-10 fly ball to center field. Tommy Leach is racing over to catch it, gets underneath it, makes that catch. Athletics score 3 and have a 3-0 lead. We go to the top of the 8th, due up 6, 7, 8. Dots Miller, Bill Abstein, and George Gibson for the Pirates. All righty, here we go. Dead ball at its finest. 2 of the greatest dead ball teams. There were others that were in this league that were great, but this is a fantastic matchup for the season finale. Jack Coombs, strong on the hill for the Athletics, has yielded only 2 base runners so far, 1 by base hit and 1 by base on balls. Dots Miller looking to change that. Here comes the pitch from Coombs. 6-10, and Coombs yields base hit number 2. Miller is on first. Bill Abstein comes to the plate. Bill Abstein is going to hit and run. The hit and run is on. The hit and run doesn't roll too well. We are rolling for it. Missed pitch. D20 goes all the way over there. I have a backup. Miller stealing. He's a B13, and he makes it to second on the missed hit and run. Stolen base on the hit and run. Bill Abstein gets another chance to swing at it. Not having to worry about the hit and run. Coombs with the pitch. 1-7. Abstein pops it up behind second base. Eddie Collins ranges over, calls off. Jack Berry makes the catch on the left field side of second base. That is 1 away. That's going to bring us to number 8 in the order, George Gibson, catcher. And here we go. Jack Coombs gets the sign in from lap, glances over his shoulder to Miller at second to hold him there. Miller doesn't look too excited about trying to steal. And Gibson, a long fly ball into center field. Rube Oldring tracing over towards the left. Briss Lord is coming over. Oldring calls him off and makes the catch. 2 away. And that is going to bring us to Vic Willis. Man on second. Still 2 more innings of pitching, possibly only 1. Willis is going to bat. Top of the order is due up if he doesn't do it. Top of the order is coming up if he does. Dots Miller standing on second. Coombs gets the sign in from lap. Looks into Willis. Here comes the pitch. 1-11 strikeout. That is the end of the top of the 8th inning. They wanted Willis on the hill for the bottom of the 8th. They pretty much sacrificed the 8th inning in hopes that the top of the order might be able to rally in the 9th inning. So here we go. Due up for the Athletics, 5, 6, 7, Danny Murphy, Stuffy McInnes, and Jack Berry. The lead end of the Jacks. Vic Willis back on the hill. Fred Clark has got a lot of faith in his starting pitcher, and he wants him on the mound. Danny Murphy ready to receive the pitch from Willis, and here it comes. 5-9, pops it up behind first base. Bill Abstein gets behind it and makes the easy play. 1 away. Stuffy McInnes, first baseman, facing Vic Willis. The Athletics' first bagger, looking to get some insurance runs going. Here comes the pitch from Willis. 2-8, hard grounder, hit to Wagner at second, bobbles it, gets it up over to Abstein, beats McInnes there by a step. Great play in the field by Honus Wagner. That is 2 down. Jack Berry, shortstop. Facing Vic Willis, here we go. 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning, Jack Berry receives Vic Willis's pitch. He swings towards left field, and Bobby Byrne gets in front of it, snags that line drive, saves the base hit. 3-0 Athletics. We go to the top of the 9th inning, and it is do or die for the Pirates here in Shibe Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 300 miles away from their home field, Forbes Field in Pittsburgh, and 3 days away from returning there should it go to Game 6. Jack Coombs looking to close this one out for the Athletics. Agreed. Honus Wagner, the greatest shortstop of all time. Better than Dick Groat, better than Pee Wee Reese, better than Ozzie Smith, better than Derek Jeter. Honus Wagner. I agree 100% wholeheartedly. I really do. Top of the 9th, top of the order. Here it is for the Pirates. Bobby Burns, third baseman, leading off. Jack Coombs gets the sign in from Jack Lapp. Coombs with the windup, the kick. The pitch, 4-6, hard ground ball hit to second base. Eddie Collins is all over that one and gets it over to Stuffy McInnes. That is one away. 18 had to re-roll it. 2 outs to go. Tommy Leach, center fielder. Signs are relayed in from Fred Clark on the on-deck circle. He is awaiting the pitch from Coombs. Coombs settles in. Here is the windup. The pitch, 3-6. Fly ball to left field. Way back goes Briss Lord. Gets underneath it. Makes the catch in the corner. That was looking long, but Briss Lord caught up to it. And Jack Coombs now down to his final out. Fred Clark, he's looking to make this happen. The Pirates need 3, and they have 1 out to do it. Clark, and should he get safe? Wagner. Should he be safe? Wilson. Got some good batters coming up here in the heart of the lineup, but they don't have much time. Coombs with the signs in from Jack Lapp. Shakes off the first one, likes what he sees. Fred Clark steps out of the batter's box. Take a second trying to freeze Coombs up. Looks back to the ump, steps in, lets the ump knows he's ready. Takes a couple wind-up swings, warm-up swings. Coombs with the wind-up. The pitch to Clark, 6-7, and outside. Clark is on base with a walk. A 2-out walk to extend the game. That's going to bring up Honus Wagner, shortstop. High drama here in Shibe Park in Game 3 of the Dead Ball League Championship Series. Wagner is ready for the pitch from Coombs. Coombs gets the sign from Lapp. He likes what he sees. Quick glance over to first to keep Clark close to the bag. Here's the pitch into Honus Wagner. 5-2 fly ball to right field. Danny Murphy gives chase. And Danny Murphy drops the ball, safe at second on an error. Clark gets to third. Men at second and third. 2 outs. And the baseball gods want to make this one dramatic. Owen Chief Wilson comes out to the plate. Jack Coombs is going to stay in to face him. Wilson with a couple of swings. Coombs gets the signs in from Lapp. He likes it, looks over to third, trying to keep Clark honest. Coombs back to home plate, focusing intently. Here is the windup, the kick, the pitch, 4-9. Fly ball to left field. Briss Lord gets underneath it. Waves his arms out so that way nobody comes in. Makes the catch, and the Athletics win game number 3. By a score of 3-0. Complete game shutout win for Jack Coombs. I'm going to ask people to vote for game MVP, and 1 vote is already in for Colby Jack. And I'm willing to bet that is going to be the prevailing opinion because that is one heck of an outing. 2 hits, 2 walks. That's all he gave up. He was dominating from the word jump on the mound. Fantastic outing by Jack Coombs and the Athletics. And, yeah, I think that's the way it's going to go right there. Player of the game, before we even count them up. Complete game, shut out Coombs. Let's do some stats. Let's do some chats. And, guys, I have an amateur radio meeting for my group tomorrow evening at 7. So one of 3 things is going to happen. If I think I can get it in, look for a possible live stream of Game 4 at 5:30 Eastern. If I don't think I can get it in, look for a live stream at, let's say, 9:30 Eastern. If I don't feel like doing it once I get home, there won't be a game until Friday evening. So look for me at 5:30. If not then, look for me at 9:30 Eastern. If not then it will be Friday. We'll have Game 4. But let's go ahead and count some stats, because we all love stats Complete game loss. Win went 9, went 8. Final score, Athletics 3-0. No errors. No, there was an error. E8. Error on Old Ring. So error Philadelphia, none Pittsburgh. They only had 2 hits, which means Coombs with a 2-hit shutout. He walked 2. He struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was easy. Yeah, we'll just make this quick stats. How's that? I can tabulate Pittsburgh's off the air, but that was an easy one there, Coombs. And Pittsburgh batting, or the lack thereof. Briss Lord, he was 0 for 3, scored a run, had a walk. Rube Oldring, co-MVPs. Base clearing triple. Again, Mike McAllister, yes, I am a ham. K3WAL. I got my license in 2016. And Mike McAllister, KG7VYO. I'm going to have to make note of that. Kilo Golf 7, Victor Yankee Oscar. Do you do RMS Express? No, not RMS Express. Yeah, that's it. Whichever one on the computer that you can talk. I haven't used a WinLink. No, RMS Express. Do you use that, Mike? If so, we're going to have to get on and talk at some point. But either way, back to the stats. Rube Oldring is 2 for 4. 3 runs batted in with a triple. We have Eddie Collins, 3 for 1. 2 stolen bases and a walk. Home run Baker, 0 for 4. Strikeout. Hold on just a second there, Mike. Let me finish the stats, and then I'll tell you the name of the software if you want to get it on there, and we can set up time. We can just chat and do whatever. Chew the rag, you know what I mean? Let's see. Danny Murphy, 0 for 3 with a walk. Stuffy McInnes, 0 for 3 with a walk. Jack Berry, 0 for 3. Scored a run, walk. Beats, you are welcome, Jerry. Thanks, guys, so much. It was a fantastic game. I had so much fun doing it. Jack Lapp, 0 for 2, scored a run, walk, and 1 of 2, Jack Coombs, helping his own cause, sacrifice hit. So that is 4 hits for the Athletics. So really, Willis pitched one heck of a game. 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He walked 6, struck out 1. So there is your final score, 3-0. And we're going to hang around and do a little bit of chatting. But for those who are just watching, we're going to go ahead and call this stream. The Athletics take a 2-1 lead in this series in Game 3 of the Dead Ball Championship Series. 3-0 over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Game 4, hopefully to come on tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Keep on rolling. And cut. All right, now we're going to talk a little bit. Let me find out what the name of that software is for you real quick, Mike, and then I'll greet everybody in the chat here. So give me just a moment. I've got a folder on my desktop with Hammer Radio software. EchoLink. EchoLink, that's it. Haven't used it in so long. So that one right there. So yeah, Mike, I don't know if you have EchoLink or not, but if you want to get up sometime, as far as me personally, it's just really, if I'm not at the radio room, it's just 2 meters and mobile, and I've got a handheld that I use for events and everything in the radio room. And we do open operating nights every first and third Tuesday of every month, and we're on HF. So if you ever want to set something up there, we can do some talking. If we can catch each other, get a little skip going, shouldn't be a problem. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we'll try to organize something. I'd love to get up with you on the radio. That would be fantastic. Yay, ham, Mike McAllister. Why am I not surprised? All righty. Jerry Ball beats eternally. Mike McAllister, Max Cornelius, Kenny Castro, Super Sport 22,000, Michael Butler. All great friends of the channel. All a lot of fun. Guys, thanks. I really appreciate it. I really do. Let's see. Jerry Ball. We have that here in Prescott. Chris, love monitoring the ham bands. I like listening to the ham bands. I really like talking on the ham bands. And once I get to the point where they get through restructuring of the EOC, I'm going to be getting a new identification badge, which will allow me access. So that may lessen some of the streaming time I have, because I do want to commit more time to the radio. Not that I've been negligent since I got my license 2 years ago. I have not had the opportunity, except for 2 meter, which is really very, very local in scope. I can hit the repeater down south of me from most good days about 25 miles away. That's just the range that I have. Jerry Ball, I'll tell you what. There is a good website that I used in order to get your ham license. You know what? Hold on a second. We're going to do this right. Pardon the roundy while I take the sucker off. Oh, because we're going to talk. We're going to talk face to face for a minute. Let me turn that light off. Put you right there. Maybe we can get this sucker to work right. All righty, we're going to talk face to face. Jerry Ball, ham radio. I used a website called hamexam.org, and you can do flashcard type question answering. It keeps track of what you get for each section, and once you get to about 90%, where it's like repetition is the key to insanity, and you just keep answering the questions over and over, it keeps throwing the questions back at you occasionally. But if you get to the point where you can answer 90% of the questions correctly, it's definitely worth going and taking wow, it's been a while. The general class is middle, technician class. The technician class license, and it's a possible 450 question pool. There's 35 questions on the test. So you have to get 27 right. But every ham club in the area is going to have ARRL accredited voluntary examiners, and most times they'll have an examination time at least once a month. So look into it, Jerry. It's not that difficult. If I can do it, and if Mike can do it, you can do it. Yeah, tech class. A lot of classes are really good. I mean, they're put out there in a very succinct way. They help you to learn the material. Me, I was really able to just use the website. I mean, some people do it in different ways better, and I was able to use the website and pass the exam no problem whatsoever. So yeah, technician class, that's the first one. General class is second, and I passed technician and general. So I had the answers in 900 questions bouncing around in the old gray matter that Saturday morning. I tried amateur extra and actually got 13 out of 35, 13 out of 50 right. So at some point, I do need to restudy, revisit it, so that way I can get my amateur extra license. But I've got technician and general. So why is it called ham? Oh, Lord. There is a reason why it's called ham radios, and I can't remember. It's escaping me. Someone is going to tell me in the chat. I don't remember, Beats. And I don't want to spend the time to Google it, and it can be done easily enough. But basically, it's amateur radio. It's not professional. It's not broadcasting. And it was kind of like the guys who do that, they were just hamming it up on the air. until the FCC got into it. And then we still ham it up on the air. It's just regulated. But it's really easy to get into. It's really easy to get radio equipment. It's very, honestly, it can be inexpensive to get into, and you get out of it what you put into it. Time-wise, money-wise. Ham radio is great. It really is. I'm so glad I did it. I wanted to be able to contribute to my community in some way, and hopefully the opportunity never presents itself where I have to lock myself in a school in the area and when a shelter activates for however many days on end. But if I need to, I will. And we also work local events, like you guys have probably heard of Pumpkin Chunkin', which they didn't have this year, but we work Pumpkin Chunkin', the Apple Scrapple Festival in Bridgeville, Delaware, marathon. So that way we can practice tactical communications. So that way, if and when something bad happens and stuff hits the fan, we're going to be more prepared and able to communicate what needs to be communicated between the shelters and the Emergency Operations Center and back. Jerry has a Yaesu FT60. Is that a handheld? I'm not familiar with it. Is that a handy talkie, or is that a FT60? That's a 2-meter, isn't it? I don't remember. I've got an old Kenwood sitting around, and I really need to work out some kind of a encoder thing. I've got schematics. I just need to teach myself how to solder so I can do it and then solder it into the radio. And I'd only be giving myself 3 different PL tones, but at least I'd be able to hit the local repeaters. I know it works. I can get people on simplex. There's just not a lot of people on simplex on 2 meters around. So I don't have it hooked up. Yeah, handheld. Okay. Yeah, I've got some. I'll tell you what. I got some of the Baofeng UV5RAs off Amazon, the $25 radios. They are nice for the money. They are really nice. They're what I use at events. I've got 2 radios, 4 batteries, 2 duckbills, a couple of long whip antennas. And, man, they are fantastic, cheap radios. I do want to get some better ones, but they are fantastic. Larry Harris just finished a status pro game between the 82 Phillies and San Diego. Padres win 5-3. Rose did have an inside the park home run. Way to go, Pete Rose. Charlie Hustle, baby. That's it. Way to go, Charlie Hustle. I love Pete Rose. I really did. He was one of my favorites growing up. He was. Dual band radio, yeah, mine is 2 meter and 440 as well. But yeah, Jerry, look into it. It's really not that difficult to get into. And maybe Mike and I can catch you on the air one of these evenings. We can chew the rag, you know, in person. It'd be fantastic. It's 10 o'clock, guys. Let's go ahead and bust this. Other people are wanting to streaming if they're not doing so already, and I don't want to keep you away from it. So this is Chris, strat-o-matic, Delaware. Great game, great series, great league. Thanks, guys. I appreciate so much you sharing this with me. I really do. This is Chris, and I'm going to call this here 7-3s, and we will be clear with you. K3WAL, strat-o-matic, Delaware, signing out. Keep on rolling.